Welcome back to Golden History. If you love exploring the most fascinating stories from the past, you are in the right place. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share your comments below. Now, let's dive into the thrilling world of the Mongols in the 13th century, the empire that changed the world. The Mongols in the 13th century were a force like no other. They began as small scattered tribes in the harsh steppes of Mongolia. Life there was tough, but the Mongols were tougher. They were experts horse riders, relying on their mobility hunting skills to survive. However, these tribes often fought each other, and it seems impossible for them to unite. Everything changed when a man named Temujin came to power. He united the tribes under his rule, taking the title Genghis Khan. Genghis Khan built an army that was disciplined, loyal and deadly. Unlike other armies of the time, the Mongols didn't rely on sheer numbers. They relied on strategy. They used their famous cavalry to strike quickly, ambush enemies and confuse them in battle. The Mongols were also ruthless. If a city resisted them, it would be often completely destroyed as a warning to others. If a city resisted them, it would often be completely destroyed as a warning to others. But if the city surrendered, its people were spared and even allowed to continue their lives as before under Mongol rule. By the time Genghis Khan died in 1227, the Mongols had conquered much of Central Asia and parts of China. But this was only the beginning. His successors like his son Ogdai Khan expanded the empire even further. They took over northern China, crushed the Khwarezmian Empire in Persia, and even reached Europe. Mongols' armies sacked cities in Russia, Poland and Hungary, spreading fears whenever they went. Despite the destruction, the Mongols were also great administrators. They created a communication system called the Yam, which was like an early postal service, allowing messages to travel quickly across their vast empire. The Mongols didn't just bring war, they brought peace too. Under their rule, a period known as Pax Mongolica began. They made the Silk Road safe for merchants and travelers, which boosted trade between Asia, the Middle East and Europe. Goods like silk, spices and even new inventions like gunpowder traveled along these roads. Ideas flowed too, spreading knowledge and cultures across continent. The Mongols also allowed religious freedom. They didn't force people to follow their beliefs, so Christians, Muslims, Buddhists and others coexisted within the empire. Some of the most famous Mongol leaders made history during the time. Kublai Khan, Genghis Khan's grandson, conquered the rest of China and founded the Yuan dynasty in 1271. He became the first non-Chinese emperor to rule the entire country. Kublai also tried to invade Japan twice, but both attempts failed due to powerful typhoons that destroyed his fleets. These storms were later called kamikazes. Another important leader, Hulagu Khan, led the Mongols into the Middle East. He destroyed the city of Baghdad in 1258, ending the Abbasid Caliphate, which had been a major center of Islamic culture. However, the Mongols were not invincible. In 1260, they faced their first major defeat at the hands of the Mamluks in Egypt during the Battle of Anjalot. This loss marked the beginning of their decline. By the end of 13th century, the Mongol Empire had become too large to manage. Genghis Khan's descendants fought over power and the empire split into four parts: the Golden Horde in Russia, the Il Khan in Persia, the Chagatai Khan in Central Asia and the Yuan dynasty in China. As time passed, the Mongols began to adopt the cultures and traditions of the lands they ruled. In Persia, they converted to Islam. In China, they embraced Chinese customs and governance. This culture assimilation This cultural assimilation meant the Mongols gradually lost their distinct identity. By the 14th century, their empire was no longer that unstoppable force it once was. The Mongol story in the 13th century is one of incredible success and eventual decline. They were brutal conquerors but also innovative rulers. They connected the East and West, spread new ideas, and changed the course of history forever. Their legacy still influences the world today, making them one of the most fascinating empires in history. However, I am very sure that you have enjoyed the video. Stay with us for getting daily updates. Thank you.